Now.
Nope.
No.
Yes, but delay. Remember the delay?
You didn't say delay. You said now.
Now.
Tom-
But it's now.
Tom DeLay?
They were on there now.
There you are.
Now.
Yeah.
Now.
Yes. Yeah.
Hi, Internet.
Hello to the internet.
We are citizens of the Internet.
Internet
and we welcome
people.
you to the place where you are also citizens.
Yes. Come one, come all.
Yeah. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends.
Tweet.
We're so glad you could attend. Come
Tweet.
inside. Come inside.
Tweet.
Did you tweet?
I tweeted.
Okay. Well, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Just a second, okay? All right. Am I going to retweet it? Yes, I am. There. It's been retweeted.
Nice job.
Are you happy now?
Pretty happy. So I'll put it on Facebook too.
I learned it by watching you.
Oh, I was going to Facebook it for you.
You want? You can.
Doesn't matter.
Why don't you do it? I don't like Facebook.
Fuck you.
Oh well.
Whoa.
That's what Facebook
Whoa.
says. Not me. No, not me.
Shit,
Man.
That's what Facebook said.
Facebook's a dick.
Yeah, that's why I don't like Facebook. It's a dick. You go to hell, Facebook.
Yeah.
You go to hell, you die.
What the hell, Facebook?
Yeah.
I know. PetSmart is
What?
PetSmart is horning in on our doggist hashtag.
What?
What?
What? Get out of here.
Get out.
Not smart, pet smart.
Yeah.
That's ours.
Pet dumb.
Fucking idiots.
Okay.
Good one.
You are clever.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, you know we're on the internet. Okay.
Fucking Chuck.
Where's all our fan?
There's one there. There's one there. Too many fans, if you ask me.
Too many fans.
Too many fans.
Wait, how do they know what the IQ of the dog is in this plot
Because
summary?
they've made it.
Hmm?
They made the dog.
No, I mean, the plot summary says the IQ of the dog.
It's what the dog was bred to be. Smart.
Yes, but how would you quantify it in terms of a number, an IQ, an actual IQ?
He took a test. Bark, bark.
So it's all true, false?
Yes.
What does it say his IQ is?
175.
Smart dog.
I mean, this was written by Concord, like the people that put out the movie, so I guess.
Oh, well, then that's the official press release.
Yeah, you just convert it from dog IQ, which is he's 25 dog IQ.
Yeah, you divide by 7.
I gotcha.
Multiply it by. What is the thing that I was going to do?
Podcast.
Make a podcast.
No.
Oh.
You're simultaneously disappointed.
Load up something else to watch while we podcast.
Yeah.
Probably.
Something about Tumblr? I don't know. Pornhub? I don't
Probably.
know. Yeah.
Man, what was it?
I don't know. It's killing me.
What was it? You gonna look at pictures of dogs?
You're
That's
gonna big
probably it.
dog boobies.
Yeah.
No. Oh,
No.
weird.
Gross.
I don't know. I don't know what you were gonna do. You're the one over there doing the weird things.
Oh, that's right.
Ah.
Reddit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Oh, what was it? Ah, yes.
Ah, yes. Show.
So where's the internet?
Are you there? Right in front of you, stupid.
Are you there, internet? It's me, Margaret.
Man, Judy Bloom jokes.
Yep.
Is there something on tonight, like the Teen Choice Awards or the ESPYs?
Teens don't get any choices.
They had choices.
No, they do not.
John Cena hosted the Teen Choice Awards.
I didn't see it.
They gave away surfboards. I didn't see it.
I was going to let that one just drop. I'm not explaining that one.
Uh-huh.
Teens don't get choices. They
You
do what
don't
they're
get
told.
choices.
I don't get choices. Nobody has choices. It's an illusion.
Michael.
So how do we feel about podcasting? I mean, I know we normally wait for some people, but y'all aren't saying anything, so.
Because there's no people.
Well, no, I mean, but still, we usually see some people watch this after the fact, and so we're just sitting here for 5 minutes and it's going.
Well,
Doesn't really make
I
for.
don't know. The movie
good
kind
I
of
ain't got shit to say.
broke us a little bit.
Did it?
Yeah.
All right.
Kind of sucked all the vivaciousness out of me.
You had vivaciousness?
Yeah. This movie sucked it all out of me.
Did you have any pizzazz?
A little bit.
A little bit. Little bit. little zazz.
Little Zaz.
Little pizzle.
He's in the next Buddies movie.
Is he a murderer?
No.
Yeah.
Little Zaz.
It's a Batman joke for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, let's just make podcasts.
All right. Sure. I mean, you know, if we ain't going to banter, then we might as well, talk proper lack.
Yes.
Really glad I don't actually talk like that. It's pretty cool. All right. Well, podcast it is then. Let's throw some things up on the screen. 'Cause
Okay.
That's what we do. We got to cover up Chuck. Up Chuck. Peeking over the explosion.
Uh-huh.
Well, I can't see BJ either. He's all slumped over. Watchers has killed you too. And Mech.
I didn't say it this time. You can't get mad at me.
All right. Podcast time.
Yeah.
Let's do this. All this excitement and enthusiasm.
Fucking
Woo! Watchers! Yeah!
Quiet down, you nincompoops.
Are we disturbing your sleep?
Woo!
Yes.
All right.
Also my ears.
All right, and welcome to the BMFcast.
Hey! BMFcast.
BMFcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 336.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
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 So I'm Harlow.
I'm BJ.
I'm Chuck.
And Mackie's not with us this week.
No.
He's not. But you know what we do each and every episode of the BMFcast? We go and we watch ourselves a quote-unquote bad movie.
Oh.
Come in here and talk about it for the first half. Then we rate them.
Yeah.
Good bad movies. Enjoyable bad movies. Take it 1-5 Jocks and Robot Jocks.
Robot Jocks.
Robot Jocks.
Robot.
However, there are bad movies. As in Stay Away, they get the negative sliding scale, 1 to 5 bags, as in douchebags, after Twilight.
Yeah.
No.
9.
Irrelevant.
So we've watched a series of movies up until, well, we've watched the first two.
Yeah.
Watchers.
Yes.
We did watch the very first two movies.
We did.
Yes. Train arriving at station.
Uh-huh.
Man shoots gun at camera. I don't know. They had very clever names back then.
Yeah.
So we're watching Watchers 3.
Right.
We did watch Watchers 3. We're talking Watchers 3.
Because it's Dogist.
Uh-huh.
Hashtag Doggist.
Hashtag Dogist, everybody. Happy Dogist.
Hashtag not PetSmart.
No. Just Dogist.
Yeah.
And BMFcast.
Hashtag BMFcast.
Yeah. So Watchers 3 with dogs in it.
Right.
Well, it's not like Watchers, it's got dogs this time.
No, I know.
The original Watchers.
It's the buddies
sort of
movies that are safe for us to watch without everyone getting mad at the get-go.
Okay. Hey, let's do a plot summary. for
Nothing
this.
like a buddies movie.
I know.
Yeah, this is like military buddies, but here's a plot summary. When the outsider escapes into the jungles of South America, the government sends in some ex-military convicts to catch the beast. There's more, but I don't care.
Okay.
All right.
That's all I want to read.
I would watch a military buddies movie. By
Military
the way.
buddies?
Yeah.
Army buddies?
Yeah.
Operation Desert Storm buddies.
Yeah, I mean, so
Yeah.
there's the dynamic of the Watchers movies
Uh-huh.
where you have the outsider, which is the killing machine,
Yes.
and the smart dog that's psychically
Einstein.
linked. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's linked to it. So like, one's a hunter, the other one's a seeker.
Mhm.
I don't know where Watchers comes from, but whatever.
But the dog never wants any part of the murdering.
No,
The dog's always like, hey,
hey, kill this fucker.
my twin brother's a dick.
yeah,
I'm going to help you out.
yeah, pretty much. So, from Watchers 2, like, Watchers 1 is now basically inconsequential, at least to 2 and 3.
Didn't happen.
Yeah. It's because this is... we're going to go with the direct sequel to 2?
I don't know.
Well, Wings Hauser is in this.
Yes.
And he's playing, I believe it's supposed to be the same character as Mark Singer from 2.
He has the same name.
Has the same name. Of course, they don't look anything like each other, but whatever. Close enough, I guess, in this world.
Yeah.
God, we could really just save so much time by talking about this movie going, hey, did you see Predator? What if there was a dog, too? 1 star we're in. Just,
Well, yes.
I mean,
all
that's-
right, let's rate it then.
yeah, I'm just saying, that's almost beat for beat. This is fucking Predator.
Yes.
I mean, except, like, now they took the lady with them, and the lady that was in Predator is now a little kid. Other than that, it's the same fucking movie. Like,
Pretty much.
beat for beat.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes, pretty much.
Because Wings Hauser, or Ferguson is his character that I believe it's supposed to be Mark Singer from Part 2, has done something probably related to the fallout from Watchers 2.
It's the shit at the end of Watchers 2,
yeah,
whatever
where,
that
where
was.
he's basically like, hey, fuck the CIA and fuck this thing, let's kill it.
Yeah.
So it's landed him in Leavenworth, military prison, and I don't know, was it a military guy, CIA guy? Somebody comes along and is like, hey, you want to get out of here?
Yeah.
We got some shit happening in South America, and you're the only person that's qualified to do it.
Yeah, because, like,
The only person on the planet that is qualified
Right.
is this guy.
But,
this
like-
schmuck.
yes, but, like, even before we get to him, there's the whole thing about, like, Spooky One, the plane, has been loaded with crates of things that they drop in the jungle.
Yeah, well, they say medical supplies.
Right. They drop them in the jungle and then are immediately hit with a surface-to-air missile and destroyed. But so inside the medical supply boxes, one was the monster and one was the dog. And there's some.
Why did Spooky One drop?
This is like either a medical or this is like a military test or something. They're testing
Yeah.
the monster and the dog.
Yeah,
I guess, but they drop
story,
it-
The story that they cooked up before they threw him in the meat grinder was that we had a base where we weren't supposed to have a base, and we need to send you in because we've lost contact, and basically we need you to go in and like burn
the
and shred.
papers.
Like
Need you to get
yeah,
the papers.
get the papers. But that's what they tell him, and basically, there's this acting scene in the prison where they're in this like it looks like a shitty college classroom, but they just have this acting scene where it's like, I don't want to go take this and shove it, and he's like, well, we can make your life difficult, and he's like,
About
oh,
a
so
full pardon.
basically you're not giving me a choice, huh? Yep, all right, so. I guess that before we even see not Mark Singer, we see the dog or the outsider tear apart this camp. I guess I should start in the right
There's a
order.
group of like rebels or something,
Right.
just chilling out, and there's a dog that befriends the dog. Einstein is there, and he befriends this kid who never speaks. So if the kid has a name, I don't know.
I think he was listed as kid.
Kid, okay.
Boy. He's listed as boy.
Yeah. So dog befriends him, but then of course monster shows up and starts murdering, and dog and boy are the only two that live.
A boy and his dog.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the dog does talk, but via stick. I mean, not telepathically.
No. That's coming. So, yeah, basically then it's time to get in the Predator helicopter and fly to
Yeah,
South
I mean,
America.
well, he tells the story, and he's like, well, you're going to get, I think, 3 people and a guide.
5.
Huh?
5.
Is it 5 people?
5 people.
Well, who else did he get? There was 3 other soldiers and a guide, right?
There was
4 dudes?
Yeah.
Yeah, just the 3 dudes in the back of the helicopter,
there's
not
3 dudes and
Rutger
the lady.
Hauer and the lady.
Mark
5.
Singer. Mark Singer.
Rucker Hauer.
Well, it's Wings Hauser, but not Rucker Hauer.
Yes.
There you go. Not Rutger
Well,
Hauer.
yes,
Wings-
that's true. But
Wings Hauer.
I'm saying, but that's true about everybody being not Rucker Hauer,
Rutger Hauser.
except for Rucker Hauer.
Yeah, but this guy is specifically a knockoff Rutger Hauer.
Okay,
Yes.
I suppose.
Literally.
Wings
Not
Hauser.
your Hauer.
Why? First off, why is Wings Hauser even like? Why do I even know his name?
He's been in a ton of shit, but the only thing
His name is Wings Hauser.
Yeah.
That's why
That's
you
pretty
remember
much it?
So his son Cole Hauser has been in some stuff we've seen.
Okay.
Also, Wings Hauser, the only thing that we have ever talked about on this show that he has been in is Rubber.
Okay.
He was in that, but
Right.
he's in a ton of
I was just
shit.
saying, like, kind of like when I was like, well, why is Mark Harmon famous? You know, like what?
There's
why,
no real explanation
okay.
why Wings Hauser is
It's
famous.
not like he was on a show or made some
Not
movie that was
really.
actually
He
good.
was on Wings.
He was a work.
He was the house, sir. Yeah.
He was a working actor who would do
Okay.
anything.
All right. It's just so he never had like a this is Wings Hauser's breakthrough
Not really.
performance.
No.
Okay. Wings of Glory, or Wings of Desire.
No, nothing of
right.
that. He just worked a lot.
Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah,
109 credits to his name.
Yeah, five. There are five people. There's the three Stooges, Wings Hauser, and the lady pilot, who's also the guide. She's a
Okay.
local. So like, apparently they sent them to some base to wherever they're going. I think did they say it was in Colombia? I don't know.
South America. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
It was all filmed in Peru.
Yeah. So they went somewhere that we were supposed to be. Picked up this helicopter and a lady. I guess he had choice of who to bring, and he got his buddy from prison, two other random schmoes. I don't know where he found them or why he found them. I guess they were also in military prison. And then they picked up this lady who's a pilot, and she's also local and hopefully knows the terrain. So
Yes.
that's the idea. So yeah, they're flying in the Predator helicopter and have their little backstory, get to know each other, chit chats. His buddy from prison, that basically no backstory. Like it's just like he knows him from prison. That's really all you need. The other two are like immediately at their throats kind of characters. One's got tarot cards that he got somehow in Vietnam. That's his backstory.
Yeah.
And the other guy just accuses him of being a coward, like a deserter. And
The other guy's like the young Shane Black guy from Predator. He's just that guy, just nondescript,
except
whoever.
more rapey.
Yes, but
Because he's the one that's like immediately like, hey, we got a lady in the helicopter. Huh?
thanks
Huh?
for bringing her to
Never seen
service us.
ladies.
Wings Hauser's like, hey,
Shut
nah,
up. Yeah.
settle down. But the other dude is BMFcast alum, the guy who looks like a snake.
You mean Mac's dad?
Yes, Mac's dad from It's Always Sunny.
Right.
He's been in like 6 BMFcast movies.
Yeah. Whatever.
He was very popular during
Michael
1990
Cummins?
year.
Yeah. Gregory Scott. Cummings.
Gregory Cummins, yeah.
He was very popular during 1990 year. So.
Right.
But yeah, there's your squad, and they land, and then it's just basically wander around the jungle.
Yep.
Rapey
Rapey guy tries to get rapey and
Yeah.
gets cut on his face for his troubles.
guy, the first time.
First time.
Yeah.
He tries to do it again at some later point, and he gets menaced by Knockerhauer. Cole, Han.
Yes, he does.
Right.
Yeah.
Coltrane. Yes.
Yes, that's all taken care of.
Right.
Wings. Steven Weber.
Yes. All of these things.
Fuck.
Ferguson. How about we just call him that? I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. Even that's controversial now. Fuck. I don't know what to call him. He's just not. Let's call him Wings.
Knockerhauer.
Rapey guy, but he's the first one to die. The monster's like has a sense of justice. Is just like, oh, rapey guy, you're the first one. I'm gonna crush your head with my rubbery hands.
And rip it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a whole bunch of not important bullshit. Like in between those two things.
Yeah, they just wander.
Do they meet the boy at that point?
No, the boy's following them behind. Like,
Yeah.
he's
Right.
like kind of stalking behind them, and the dog is met back up with the boy. Like, because there's all these prolonged scenes where the dog obviously isn't saying anything because it's not a buddies movie, and the boy doesn't say anything for whatever fucking reason. I mean, not even. He's just mute. He doesn't speak Spanish either. It's
No,
just he
doesn't speak anything.
He just doesn't say anything.
No.
So you have these prolonged scenes with him and the dog. Just kind of looking at each other like, I'm scared. Are you scared? I'm scared. We
The
should
dog's
probably
not scared.
We
The
should
dog's
probably
a fucking hero.
Well, I think the dog was a little scared.
Nah.
Oh.
Smart
And then they'll occasionally cut back to the CIA, like watching them on their monitors, and they have a limited satellite window that the computer is narrating everything, like satellite moving out of range in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Satellite out.
Yeah, computer out.
Satellite gets sassy a couple times.
It does. It drops the mic.
Yeah.
But so yeah, the boy's just kind of following around. But I think I still don't think they hadn't met up with the boy yet when rapey guy got his head ripped off.
Yeah, no.
The outsider has that's one of his favorite moves is beheading by ripping heads off. He does nicely separate the spine, so you don't get like the full Sub-Zero fatality thing going on.
Yeah, no, just the head.
But yeah, they found a couple villagers like that too, and then they happened to rapey guy, and he bothered to hang him upside down so that they found him, without a head upside down. And then took the head too, like not only just ripped it off, like was like mine souvenir.
Yeah.
So again, kind of a predatory thing going on there. And they're just like, oh shit, this guy. Well, we didn't like him, but still, fuck, what's doing this? And so Mac's dad is immediately like, because they've set him up as a deserter, is like, let's get the fuck out of here. Like, he's the panicky guy. Like, no way, let's get out of here, man.
Yeah. They're taking heads, man.
Right. And he kind of freaks out, but he never like even remotely comes close to inciting, because it's like they're like in the script, it's like, all right, he's freaked out and he wants to go, and he's just like, hey, I'm freaked out and I want to go, and Wings Hauser is just like, hey man, calm down, stay on mission. He's like, okay,
yeah, all right.
Like just every time, it's like it takes almost nothing to calm him down. So they go off again and like are trying to figure out what's going on, and I think they're like, well, nothing is here. Like, there's no papers. There was nothing in the village. I don't know what the fuck they were talking about. We just get back to the helicopter. It's like 8 miles away.
Yeah, let's go.
So they're walking, and they were like, well, we're not going to make it back before night, and it would be deadly to try this at night, so let's make camp. And they put Mac's dad on watch. He's the first of the watchers.
Yes.
And it's like 5 minutes after everybody goes to bed, the thing sets off one of the tripwires, and it sets off flares, and he starts doing the gun face, like, into the trees, Jesse Ventura style. And sees it. Actually sees the
oh yeah, he
outsider.
totally sees it,
and freaks out, and is just, gun facing pretty well. Like it's a good prolonged gun face. And the thing is just like, well, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And everybody shows up, and he's just like, I saw the devil, man. It came from the trees. I mean, seriously, they're almost fucking quoting Predator at this point.
Pretty much.
And like out of nowhere, Wings Hauser's like, I know, man.
Yeah.
I've seen it too.
I believe you.
And that's the point where we're like, what?
Yeah.
Because we didn't remotely put together that he was, Mark Singer's character, because it's been 2 years since we've seen this damn other movies.
Right.
And then they just kind of sit and like have story time where he's like, oh, well, they find the boy. They stop. Like they find the boy first, and then he has story time, because like he's like finds the boy, and he's like, yeah, man, I thought I saw a kid and a dog. He's like, wait, what? A dog? And
then they hear the dog.
They hear the dog, and they find the boy, and then they find the dog, and he's like, Einstein! Yeah. And okay, I should probably explain this. At first, they like threaten the boy. They're like, yeah, you're leading that creature to us, aren't you? You and that dog. And dog. So he's like, hey, Einstein, I do know you. And that's when we had to like IMDb. Oh, shit, he's supposed to be the same character? All right.
I don't know. The way that the flashback frames it was like he tells the origin story of this stuff again. Now, the name of the company is the same as in the second one.
Yeah, Aesop.
And then he explains a bunch of shit that went down in creating these things. But then he doesn't mention any of the actual events of the second movie. He's just basically like, yeah, and then things got bad and I got blamed for it.
It probably has something to do with like two different companies maybe made the movies and they couldn't like directly reference it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just speculating.
It's odd. It's weird for a movie that probably could have just done its own thing.
Sure.
It just seems weird for him to be like, Einstein, come here, buddy.
Well,
hey.
it definitely could have done its own thing because it was just Predator.
Yeah, well, yes.
Besides being a weird semi-sequel to 2.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it just seems like he stops for a really long time and they're like, just very nonchalantly asking him questions at this point. Like, but what and why?
Yeah.
And
I want to go back to one thing that happened way before this was that the before the rapey guy got killed, he had stumbled upon the kid and the dog, like just by himself.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "What? Why is there a kid and a dog here?" And
my favorite part though is he throws a stick. He's like, "Here, boy, go get the stick." And the dog just looks at him like, I'm in a fucking forest. What do I need? There's sticks everywhere.
I'll pick up and the dog does go, I'll show you, and goes and gets a bigger stick, and then writes the word danger in the sand.
That's right.
No, it's anger.
Anger. Dog anger.
Dog anger.
The D is for dog.
Yeah.
And the anger is for my fucking attitude, motherfucker.
And then that's when the thing shows up and squashes that man's head. But yeah, so the dog wrote danger, and the guy was just like, well, that's odd.
Yeah.
Danger, you say?
What's that, Lassie? Timmy strapped in a well?
But the best shot in this sequence is like they're shooting like from below the dog pointed up, and the dog has a very loose grip of the stick in its mouth, and clearly someone off camera is just moving the stick around while the dog is barely keeping it in its mouth. It's dumb.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. But yeah, so the Wingshauser tells them everything.
Yeah, they have story time in the middle of like this crisis. Like one of their compatriots has like had his head squished in,
Right.
and they're just like, let's have story time.
Yeah.
And like, well, you know, things, and we should probably go.
The black dude's like, this is bullshit.
Right.
Like, no, none of this is all stupid.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's a good attitude, and immediately Max Dad again is like, no, let's just get to the helicopter and get the fuck out of here. Which makes me think like the whole way they were treating it was more like Predator style helicopter where they got dropped off.
Right.
And then it was like, no, they have the helicopter. They
Yeah.
could go back to it at any time.
It's
but
totally there.
But Wingshauser has a murder boner for the goddamn outsider. And so like he's not hearing any other possibilities. Like, no, we need to kill this thing. It's like, why? It's
Yeah.
in a jungle, like very far from your house. Mm-hmm. So leave it there. Like, I mean, let the CIA go to the media. Let's say, you know what, the CIA dropped a genetically modified killing machine in the jungle.
Nobody would believe Knockerhauer.
Well, you know what? It's not his
He
problem.
looks like a crazy person.
Well, and, he tries to convince them, hey, this dog is just as smart as us. And they're like, no, he's
Well, that's
not.
pretty
Shut up.
stupid.
And then he's like, here, take this piece of paper, lady, and write something on it. And the dog will read it and do it. And they're like, come on. But
This is one of my favorite things in movies like this. I understand that people need to like not believe what seems kind of far fetched, but I love that when people are like throw a fit for something that will take literally 20 seconds to
Yeah.
prove. It's like, just shut up for a few seconds,
Just humor him.
and watch this.
yeah.
It won't take very long.
Yeah.
Like, you just listen to this whole long rambling story that it was so long we had to cut away.
Right.
But you can't wait for it to go get the tarot cards out of his backpack.
Yeah, well, I mean, even after the dog does it, Max Dad is like, stupid circus dog. I don't know.
Circus tricks. I don't know how you did it.
And the lady's like, no, that's what I wrote on the
Circus
piece
dog
of paper.
in the middle of the fucking jungle.
Yeah, there's often many golden retrievers found in South
Yeah.
America.
Well, they went off to get something and never came back.
Yes, that's right. They got lost. Some of them had bad senses of direction.
Yeah, I mean,
End up
what are you
South
going to do? Send another retriever in to bring it back?
No, then
Nope.
you just cause a problem.
Yeah,
Too many retrievers.
yeah. They were in the dog shit, man.
Hernan Cortez first brought the golden retriever to South America.
And then probably took it.
Took the gold, left the
Right,
retrievers.
Yeah. So then they're just like, all right, let's all get up in the trees and wait for this thing.
Yeah, they're like, they start to piece together that, because I think they're hanging out by the cave where they think it is, because I think they go explore the cave first.
Yeah,
And-
because they've got like this murder boner. Well, that Wingshauser does. He's just like, we got to go kill this thing.
And then he puts together this whole like, oh well, it has night vision, so it must not like bright lights. And she's like, well, there's caves all over the place, and oh well, track here. It must be in this cave.
Well, and the dog too pulls out a map and drops a rock on it,
It
and
does.
a tarot card. And they piece together that the rock means them and the tarot card means the monster. And they're like, oh, it's to the east of us. Well, let's go. Instead of just saying, well, it's to the east of us, let's go west and get to the helicopter. They're just like, let's go find the cave and kill this thing.
And the outsider has set up a Jason style like murder surprise inside the cave. It's like pretty much the only reason it took that guy's head is because they get a couple feet into the cave and it's the old like head on the bottom of a rake because it just goes, "Bring," stands up in front of him, and of course Max Dad's like, fuck it, man, get the fuck out of here, but like nowhere even close to Bill Paxton level incident out at all. It's just kind of like,
this is
no.
not right.
He's kind of like, I am leaving now, bye.
Yeah. Wingshauser's like, chill out. And he's like, okay,
Yeah.
you got it.
You make a lot of sense there, Major.
Good point.
That's why we call you Major Sense.
yes.
Major Sense. But yeah, they're just like, all right, let's camp outside this cave and get up in the trees. And his black friend from prison is up in one. The lady's in another one.
Yep.
I don't know what the hell Max Dad is. Oh, did they send him off to the helicopter yet?
He hasn't gone left. He's still chilling on the ground. But basically,
It's just those two are up in the trees.
yeah. And Monster shows up and squashes the lady's head.
Well, because the dog comes up and is like, they're like, where's we hear the monster, where is he? And he just starts scratching at the tree and looking up, and he's like, get out of the trees!
Yeah.
And goes right for the lady and squishes her head.
Yeah, and then Wingshauser's friend goes full like Bill Duke.
Right, he's like, I'm
Yeah, he's lost it. He's just like, and he gets a good gun face too, and just starts shooting like her and the monster and everything, but misses wildly on every shot.
Yeah.
And then just goes and chases it off into like this river where the thing pops up behind him like aliens and kills him by poking at him, just like.
And no, it pretty much like impales him with its with
its
long
tendrils.
press on nails through his chest and
blah. And then, man, he gets Oscar death scene.
Oh, he does, yeah. Because,
Oscar Mike.
well, I mean, because Wings Hauser comes running up and grabs him, and yeah, it's the. I mean, it's the Tropic Thunder death scene, basically. Like, don't you die on me before leaving. He's like, you owe me, shoot me.
Yeah.
That hurts so much. And this
Do what you said, you son of a bitch.
I'm just a man playing another man who's playing another man. And yeah, he dies. Or it cuts away and you hear the gunshot.
Right.
No.
Well, yeah, you get the damn you.
Yeah. So now he definitely has a murder boner for this thing.
Yeah.
And
Mac's dad goes back to that. At this point, he's like, "Hey, how about I go turn on the helicopter?"
he's like, "Yeah, you do that, but just don't leave."
Yeah, just wait.
And I don't know why he doesn't send the kid with him, except for he'd be dead.
Yes.
But they find, I guess, it just assumes it's the kid's village. The kid never says, or he doesn't even like shake his head. This kid is just blank.
Yeah, kid walks up to hollow shell of a village. Could either be under construction or post destruction. Either one.
Sure.
Looks sad, and Wings Hauser's like, "Oh, was this your village?
This was your house.
That's a bummer."
Yeah.
Well, you got a dog now. Come on.
Sukasa stuff fucked up, huh?
Yeah. Well, let's go. Let's get to the chopper. But the monster is just running across a field towards Mac's dad in the helicopter.
Right.
Just
yeah. So at this point, they're like, all right, let's just they're running to trying to find him, and they find him dead. And they're like, all right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And he's like firing up the chopper, and Einstein is like, danger, Dunker.
Yes.
And he's like, what is it, boy? And immediately he like points at again, it's like a medical supply box, but it's wired with C4 and it's counting down 30 seconds. And Wings Hauser like pulls out the knife. He's like, hope it's the red one. Hope it's the red one. The dog's like, he's like, you mean it's the blue one? All right. And cuts it. And like, it's the weirdest thing because like, in movies it's supposed to stop on 2 or 1.
It doesn't.
But it doesn't. It goes all the way to 0.
Yeah.
And then,
he didn't cut the timer. He cut the wire to the bomb.
Right. But yeah,
so
the timer goes all the way to 0. And then like the CIA is like, damn it, we didn't blow him up. I to be honest with you, I have no idea what the fuck their plan is here. Like, why would they send them in if their plan is just to have them kill because they're
testing the outsider.
They know the outsider works. It just murdered a whole village of indigenous people.
You got to keep that thing fresh, man.
But
villagers aren't a good test. You send in 5 military dudes.
Dysfunctional, like been in prison ones. One of them of which has seen the Watcher thing or the outsider, whatever.
It's
dumb. I don't know. But instead of like going, well, we disarmed the bomb. Now let's get the fuck out of here. He's like, no. Now let's go back to the village and set a trap.
Let's finish this.
And so they do.
The kid can't speak. There's no one left to voice their objection.
Except maybe the dog, but the dog's like, whatever.
Well, the dog's just constantly bark, bark, bark.
Well, the dog does. I think
hashtag finish the fight.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure the dog wants the thing dead just as much as anyone else.
Yeah, the dog's tired of this shit.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a gearing up montage in the village now. They dig a pit and they make some pointy sticks. And
it's
fresh
the end
fruit,
of Predator.
And
he just builds a hole, and he doesn't cover himself with mud, but he just builds a hole and puts some pointy sticks in it, and ties a grenade to this stick, and then puts like a fresh sprig of parsley in front of it. Like, this will work. You'll never see this. Good trap.
Yeah,
wings.
But yeah, they take apart grenades and make I don't know, flamey arrow things.
Yes, he makes the flamey because he's poured flammable shit everywhere, and then he makes his fire arrows.
Yeah, they couldn't possibly just use a little bit of that gasoline for the arrow. Just dip in there. You had to
just
take the grenade
dip
apart.
it in grenade.
Well, I mean, when he was doing that,
the gas would have evaporated, to be fair.
Yeah, but I mean...
And arrow nades are cooler than...
Sure, but it's not like they actually exploded. They just... He lit them on fire and then shot them, so they were flaming. You know, they didn't explode on impact or anything
they just
like
lit the pools of fire elsewhere.
Which, I mean, when they were doing that, I was like, please don't make them explosive arrows, because that's dumb. There's nothing... Like, gunpowder doesn't just explode on contact. It's not nitroglycerin.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Monster shows up.
Yeah, Monster shows up, and he's basically doing I'm here, kill me.
Yeah.
And monster, like first he gets a net on like he runs through a net, and then so it's just this comical like, oh, my one weakness, net, and and not Rutger Hauer is shooting the flaming arrows all around it, so it's disorienting it while it has this net over it. And then it just kind of like sees them, and he's like, all right, yeah, come at me, bro, as he's standing behind the pit. And the thing just, I don't know, just walks up and is like, yeah, I know there's a pit there with spikes in it, and just grabs that net and throws it over his head and like, yeah, what?
Yeah.
And so the kid's like, uh-oh, this isn't working. And Think throws a spear at it in its leg, and that thing just kind of like turns around, looks at the kid, it takes like 5 steps over, and just clocks the kid.
Slaps that kid.
No, it was a balled up fist.
Okay.
I mean, it was just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I mean, this thing has like deadly claws, but it's just like, damn it, kid.
Yeah, and they dub in a good punch sound too. But it punches Wings Hauser.
It was also mad at the kid for not saying anything the entire time.
Sure,
Yeah.
that's
Speak up,
kid.
Yeah. Use your words.
Yeah.
But yeah, now Wings Hauser's trying to shoot at it, and he's.
Well, the dog brings him a gun.
Well, he was shooting at it first and then lost the gun because he got punched. But he is using gun worse than I've ever seen in a movie because
it's a weird gun.
It's a 1911. It's an automatic weapon. But like he's racking it back after every shot.
Yep.
So it must have just been a really shitty prop, or just a really shitty prop gun or something. I don't know. It's dumb, but. Of course, the Watcher's like, whatever, bullets, they don't...
The real
me.
Rutger Hauer would know how to shoot.
Yeah, he would.
Yes.
He's seen things, C-beams. I don't remember how it gets knocked into the pit, but it does. And I don't know, they light its ass on fire, because it's not good enough that it got impaled by spikes. They have to light it on fire, too. And I don't know. And then they just... This is the weirdest part. Like, they finish it off, and there's a shot of it burning in the pit, and then... Still, they don't go to the helicopter. They get in a little paddle boat and just row off into the sunset.
Yeah.
Or the sunrise. I don't know.
Let's go across here to this other little island.
This is our home now.
Now we live here.
Yeah. The continuing adventures of Notker Hauer, Mute Boy, and the Smart Dog. So...
I thought I had missed the helicopter actually blowing up or something, but
no, they're just like, nah.
No.
We live here now.
Yeah. There's no comeuppance for the CIA people or anything.
Nah.
He never goes home.
And the Watcher thing's back, or they make another one, because there's another movie, I'm pretty sure.
There is.
And I mean, they kill it in every single one of these, right?
Yes, they do, yeah.
So,
killed it at the end of the last one.
right.
So.
And they don't, it's not like they're bringing it back, it's just like, oh, Einstein, and you're psychically linked to another one of these things. No, it's just retcon, like, hey, there's another outsider now.
Yeah.
He's psychically linked to all of them, or they caught him again and relinked him to a new one.
Could be that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're done. I mean, this movie's really short. It's really pointless. It's dumb.
About 50 minutes of it is just walking through forest.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't talk
and it's
about...
55 minutes worth of movie?
Yeah, I swear, it's a really short movie, and half of it's Lord of the Rings walking. But without even talking or, plot or anything. It's just, like I said, the scenes where you're watching the dog and the kid that never says anything just feel interminable. I mean, it's like, what the fuck?
Yep. Yep.
So, yeah, I know it's a very short first half, but I don't give a shit. That's the whole fucking movie.
Pretty much it.
So
I wish we could be this swift about other movies.
Yeah. I mean,
except they have things to talk about.
Yeah, they have things that happen.
Well, we always say, every time we watch a comedy, we're like, well, this is going to be really short, because how do you talk about a comedy?
Yeah.
But just saying the jokes, and then we go on. And this is just, oh, look, we're walking over here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really just walking. It's walking and sitting and not talking, so there's literally nothing to talk about.
They literally, simply walked into wherever they were.
So. Yep. So, no awards, no nothing.
Yeah.
Just ratings.
Yeah.
It had a dog, and the dog was good.
Yep.
The end.
Yes. That leads into my rating.
Okay.
I like the dog in this movie. I don't like anything else in this movie. 4 bags.
Wow.
And that's a stretch. I mean, it really is. This thing is fucking terrible.
I mean, as it was happening, I was like, well, there was one point where they were just walking through the forest, and I think I said, every second I'm watching this is a second I'm not watching Predator, which feels like a waste of my life. But I didn't hate it that much. I mean, I still didn't like it, but I didn't hate it that much. It's just, to me, for the most part, this is just a zero movie. It's just just nondescript. Blah. There's a couple of good. I mean, like I like some of the gun facing. I like the dog. I like the idea of a Watchers movie. It's just this is dumb, and there's not. If you're going to make a Predator ripoff, you've got to have more than 4 people that can die. You know, I mean, obviously you're not going to kill the kid. You're not going to kill the main guy, and so at least 4 people that could die.
Right.
And that's dumb. Like that's how do you stretch an entire movie out of that? All that being said, I think I'm going to give it like 2 bags. It's like a little stronger than a not recommend. It's just I would just that little bit more say don't watch this. Go watch Predator instead. Hell, watch Predator 2 instead. Watch Aliens versus Predator 1 or 2 instead. Watch anything with a Predator in it.
Yeah,
instead.
watch Predators.
Yeah. Yeah, watch Adrian Brody movies.
Sure.
Yeah, watch
Why
The Piano instead. I don't know, just anything. It doesn't fucking matter. Just watch anything else.
All right.
Watch wrestling instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, wholly boring. For a movie about for a Predator movie with a dog, this sure turned out bland as shit.
Yep.
The dog was the best thing about it, but it wasn't offensive necessarily.
Yeah.
So 3 bags. Get fucked.
You didn't offend me, but still, go ahead and get fucked anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a flippant get fucked.
Yeah, it's weird because like there are some good special effects, like some of the head ripping stuff and whatnot are good. And we didn't even mention there's one kill in the village early on. I think it's the first kill we see. The outsider comes up on this guy that was on watch for them and just kind of goes slice and just perfectly shears off his skin so that there's just exposed rib cage.
Yeah.
Oh no, he grabbed him. He just went right yoink and just snatched,
just like, hey,
snatched his shirt and skin right off of him.
Yeah, he was gonna have a hard time picking which team he was gonna be on because he had neither.
Yeah.
No. I guess I'm Bones.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, like there are
Temperance Brennan, you mean?
there are like a couple good special effects, but like man, the outsider is like worse than it's ever looked, and they show it in some pretty like full light.
It's silly looking.
They also really, they're like, man, we made such a good outsider. We're gonna put that fucking thing in every scene.
Right. And it's not good, but
No,
like,
it's not.
Like their other effects are pretty good. That's what I'm saying. It's
Actually, it's good if you don't see much of it.
if it was more at night and like I mean because what it is, it's a rubber suit. Like I mean it's not even like they bothered to put the like foam in it so it stays puffed out.
Yeah.
So there are parts that are like it's all
Floppy,
squishy and
yeah.
floppy.
Yeah.
But like they were just I don't know like there's that and let's throw some KY on it so it's gooey looking.
Gooey, yeah.
And there's just too many bright shots of it. Like well that looks really dumb. And whereas like the other effects were pretty good. It's really bizarre.
The shot where it's poking at the guy in the river and it's just going back and forth to that guy dying extremely dramatically and cutting to this monster's face just stabbing it with its fake fingers is just the dumbest. It's like close up on terrible suit and you could tell no damage is being done. It's just ill-advised.
They like somebody put a lot of time and effort into that suit, but
they didn't do it any favors.
No,
Well,
I just feel bad because somebody put a lot. You can tell,
Sure.
like it takes a long time to do something like that, and it just falls flat.
Well, all they really need to do is like get some pillow foam and like fill in the gaps
Yeah.
where it's so it's not so floppy. I mean, that's one of the things that made it look the dumbest.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't make it too stiff because we're fleshy things, but
Right.
like I just say like when it walks around and it looks like someone post tummy tuck, and they're like, like it looks weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, let's just get to the second half. Let's talk about other better things.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna put this here.
Do we want to take a break? I mean,
Yes.
shit, we talked like seriously. That was like 20, 30 minutes.
That's
It's
okay.
the shortest first half we've ever had.
I need this.
Do you?
Mackie's going to be so mad.
It's really mint.
What? That I had a mint?
No,
No,
that
that
we
we had-
blew through the first half.
Does anybody have anything besides my Jason double feature?
I can talk about limited television. I watched that Horseman show.
BoJack.
Bojack?
Yeah, Bojangles Horseman.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Good biscuits.
The chicken. Chicken and biscuits.
I got nothing. Nothing I can talk about.
All right.
But I mean, I've seen your Friday 13th movies. I can dialogue with you.
Okay.
We could BBD it.
Well, it sucks because, like, I mean,
Hey.
It sucks because I intentionally didn't watch other movies because I felt like I was just monopolizing the second half, and now I feel like we need content.
The last 4 episodes have been really long.
All right, well, I've got a shitload of notes for these two Friday the 13th, so let's fucking do that.
Yeah.
I am going to stand up for a minute, though.
Okay. Do you watch?
I can wake up from that movie.
This is the first time I've fallen asleep during a BMFcast movie.
Yeah, I came real close, and I think about the time I shut my eyes, some guns went off.
Yeah. We were having a bunch of fun with it, and then all of a sudden, the movie stopped allowing that.
Yeah.
And I
just started walking. It was like,
yeah, and I was just like, oh, let me just rest my eyes for a second. Hey guys, what's going on? Hey, if you go over to a different YouTube channel, youtube.com/watercooler, in about a month, there's going to be a bunch of horror movie reviews. You can check that out. That's pretty cool. Thought it was something cool to do this year, so you can check that out at youtube.com/watercooler. If you like the horror, you can check that out. People seem to like it. What? I wasn't plugging the thing.
What? What?
Nothing.
What happened?
Nothing.
What happened?
Uh-huh. What? Uh-huh.
Oh, you were plugging your thing? We want you to plug. We tried to plug your thing, and you yell at us.
I know.
Oh, my God. This dynamic of things, I don't like it.
Yeah. So, I told the peeps.
Cool. Do we want to do what Mackie suggested, and should we pull that up and find...
I'm not exactly sure what he's suggesting.
All right. Well, we'll save it for next
Just
time.
romper rooming our way through the list?
I don't know.
I see Billy, and I see...
I don't know. I mean, you guys talk more than I pay attention, so... Well, you know what I mean. I'm not reading
I
the
want to
Slack
come up with a
chat.
better plan than what was
all
thrown
right.
at us at the last minute.
Sure. I like plans.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of plan.
Yeah, plan fan.
Plan fan knows where the plans will go. Plan fan.
Liquid. We have any more weird soda left?
Oh yeah.
All right.
You can have some minty Mountain Dew if you like.
Oh, it's so
Minty
good.
Dew.
Yeah. Go ahead and disease your liver with some aspartame stars and stripes.
I do way worse things to my liver on Friday.
Fair enough.
He does way worse things to his liver on Friday nights. Live stream people. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to imitate him. I do way worse things with my liver on Friday nights.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's just like BJ. That's the tradition.
Uncanny.
To do impressions that aren't remotely even like the people.
Yeah.
That's what we do. Hey guys, I do way worse things with my liver on Fridays. That's right, Rookie.
Ow. Ah.
Oh, hey, whoa. Well, you don't. You only have to wait one more week, Kyle, and I will be to Jason X.
Cow.
Yeah, next week I will. It will be Hell and Space. Hell Space.
Hell space. Spot check.
Whoa.
Oh, hey now.
You're an all-star. Game on. Go play. When I get closer to this, will you bring that Blu-ray set? Because I actually do want to watch that Crystal Lake Memoirs, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if I'll talk about it. I would like to. At this point, I've invested this much time in my life towards Jason. I feel like I should watch a documentary about it.
Sure.
I have never seen a Russ Meyer movie. Not one. And I didn't talk about it, but because it's not the kind of thing we normally... I don't even know how to talk about it, but for the first time, I finally saw a John Cassavetes movie. Like,
You did talk about it.
did I?
Yeah.
On the air?
Woman Under the Influence?
Yeah. Did I talk about it like in the movie or in like bonusy shit? Did I? I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, but, yeah, we should talk in the live stream about the BMF shirt.
Oh, we're going to plug them shirts.
Yeah.
We should talk about them now.
If you'd like.
Sure, but
I had
we're
one
gonna...
sip of soda and I'm crazy. My mom warned me about this.
Don't drink minty sodas. Minnesota. Don't drink
Don't
It's
Minnesota.
going to be really
Minnesota.
difficult. It's a land of 10,000 lakes.
Yeah.
It would
Don't
take you
drink Minnesota.
No, Minnesota.
No.
Don't drink Minnesota. It's too big.
St. Paul told me no drink in Minnesota.
You pee too much. You be go back and forth bathroom all day. Never get movie watch.
Yeah, Minneapolis.
Yeah. This is the guy who's going to open our Pokemon Go internet gambling cafe.
You have to go.
No, you just put the corner in.
Too much Minnesota. You do Mississippi everywhere.
You'll put the quarter in and you Pokemon Go.
Then you pay me.
Yeah, then you pay. 3
You-
Pikachu, free time.
First, you come buy gift card. You buy gift card at counter. Take the machine. Machine give you money.
Look
God,
into
what are we doing
internet.
right now?
We got
All
nothing.
this live stream
Yeah.
content.
Yeah, I love that our guys from everywhere, not
Yep.
America, like all simultaneously.
Every other country at once.
It's like
It's from anywhere east of Maine. Just
Yep. Not here.
it's just anywhere else.
too many ghosts. Woo!
Whoa, what happened there?
One sip soda.
Oh yes, minty soda.
Minty soda. Drink.
No, not again. We already been through this. Come back 1 week.
We don't really walk back into that.
Ha ha.
Wrong state, asshole.
I know, but it's near there.
Near.
He's far.
Far.
Near. Far.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about your movies.
All right. Oh yeah, I need notes. Shit. Where's my phone?
Oh no! Where? Go ahead.
I think we should lead off second half with t-shirts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think people are more likely to be listening in the beginning of this littering piece of shit. I just think people are more likely to be listening
Sure.
in the beginning of the second half than the end of the second half.
I'm gonna put it on the sidebar of the
Okay.
webpage. So
Jesus. Is he on the table?
What? Me?
The table was like 30 degrees canted.
no, it's we measured it with a leveler. His table's okay.
It's actually like,
Yeah, this table's cool.
oh, this table don't fuck around, man.
This table's dope.
This table's cool, man.
You can't say
table's
dope,
solid
Mac.
and
You'll
it's
get
cool.
mad at you.
I can say it during the break.
This table's solid and it's cool.
Screen Captain gets mad.
What?
He's the one who counts the dopes.
What a dope.
Dope counter.
Boop, boop.
How is that Stars and Stripes?
Minty.
That's all right.
Got a little something?
Got a little pizzazz.
Good.
Now that I don't have to talk about Watchers 3, I'm excited about the world again.
Yeah.
Are you going to have Mary Tyler more of that minty soda?
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Deep cuts on that.
Yep.
Man.
There's like 3 things that are famous about Minneapolis, and that's
Yeah.
one of them.
Prince.
Rhoda and the Mall of America. There you go. But Rhoda is just part of Mary Tyler
But
Moore.
what about the twins?
Well, if it was like those twins, yes.
Yeah.
But the other twins,
All right.
That baseballers?
There's Vikings. They
Yeah,
have Vikings there.
Kirby
The-
Puckett.
Kirby
Yeah.
Puckett, exactly.
Right.
The Twins beat the Braves in the 19 World
They
Series.
did. and
Cool.
they broke everyone's heart.
Yep.
Yeah.
America's team.
And now
Well,
David
not
is
everyone's
out for
hard. I'm pretty
justice.
sure the people from up there were probably pretty happy.
They might have been, but
You
they're
know,
terrible.
They only get so you can only really get so happy in a place
I've-
that snows that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've been to Minneapolis. Let's give them that.
All right.
Let's give them that.
Yeah.
So I decided that we were gonna talk shirts real quick.
Okay.
At the beginning of the second half, because people are more likely to be listening then. Than the
Sure,
end of the
sure.
show.
I will scare them off with my Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah. People
notes.
bail immediately.
because it's spooky.
Yeah, it is spooky.
No, it's
one.
just, you know.
Spooky 2. I'm up to Spooky 7 and 8 now, though.
Ooh.
Did we even talk about the name of the hell?
We mentioned it.
That was Spooky One.
Spooky One. We didn't make fun of it, but we mentioned it. It's like, hey, here comes Spooky One.
Yeah. I was going to go see Suicide Squad tomorrow or Friday, but now I'm thinking $5 Tuesday might be about where I feel like giving them that much money.
I've also heard I've A, heard terrible things, and B, heard worse things about people who are doing the exact opposite of the Ghostbusters things, like people who haven't seen it yet, but seem to think it's the greatest thing and are mad that it's getting bad reviews.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a petition
Why?
to
Because
shut down Rotten
because the
Tomatoes.
lady's mostly naked and doesn't think for herself? Oh.
Lots of reasons.
I don't know, Mr. J.
I mean, she might think for herself. I mean, but probably not. She's probably mostly influenced by the Joker.
Apparently,
And
there's
insanity.
there's like 9 seconds of the Joker in this movie after all the horse shit that we had to hear about from what's his nuts.
Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just want to destroy something pretty.
All right, let's talk shirts.
All right. All right, welcome back.
Hey,
BMFcast.
BMFcast.
Second
Half number
time.
2.
Yeah,
It is.
this is when we just talk about nothing.
Oh no, we're going to talk about something. Damn it.
Are we?
Yeah.
What?
Well, you guys have asked for it out there, and it is finally time that we deliver. Official BMFcast shirts are available right now for pre-order
That's right.
for the low price of $16, including postage
Yes.
What?
and handling
Are you kidding me?
direct to your door. And it
Are
is-
you kidding me?
I'm not.
Okay.
You can go to bearsuitstudios.bigcartel.com or just go to the website. We're going to put up a link there, or check our Twitter or Facebook. We have links up there as well.
Yep.
These are limited edition, first run, kick-ass shirts. They're gold with the visages of both a robot and Steve James.
Robot.
You can
The
see it
robot.
if you're watching the live stream.
Yeah, it's designed by esteemed friend of the podcast, Tobias,
Esteemed friend.
sometimes contributor.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah,
Omega Cup.
he's been on the show.
yeah.
One time he was here and we had to record twice.
Right.
He's so esteemed he didn't storm out and kill us.
Yeah.
That's how esteemed he is.
He put a lot of work into designing those shirts. They are fucking rad. You should buy one. We're only doing a limited number of them. So get in on this before it's too late. We're going to let the pre-order run for a little bit. And then make up some shirts and send them to y'all.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I may have misinformation here, but I believe this limited edition is a limited run of a certain type, and then if we end up making more, they will be slightly different.
Correct. It is a limited run of these gold fancy ass shirts.
Right. They're actually like metal foil
Yeah,
style.
they're not metal foil. They're metallic.
Metallic
Yeah.
foil. Yes.
The metal foil shirts are really expensive.
Sure. Yeah. They're shinier though.
Yeah. So these are gold metallic shirts. It'll be a limited run of these when we do shirts to keep around for all times. Then we are going to do a different color, and that'll be the standard shirt. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
They're not collectible or anything, but they are limited edition, and we do mean limited edition.
Yeah, maybe
You know.
we'll write numbers on the tags.
Yeah, I'll
Good.
get some puffy paint out and write a big number on the back.
Yeah.
We'll bedazzle the back with numbers.
Yes.
We'll bejazzle.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at the website, BMFcast.com. Over in the right-hand column, there will be a link to the shirts. That's the easiest way to get there.
If you're listening to the live stream right now, bearsuitstudios.bigcartel.com, and I'll type it in the thing as well. But just wanted to get that out there so everybody knows about it. We're really excited to be able to put these on you. If you live overseas, it's god awful expensive to ship things there. So if you live in Canada, it's also god awful expensive to send things there.
Yeah.
So
We're going to work on that.
we're working on it. If you are overseas and interested in one, get in contact with us, and we'll see what we can figure out, if we can find a way to. Because we can't do free shipping, because it's like
It's the cost
same
of the
cost
shirt.
of the shirt, yeah.
Right.
For Canada and overseas.
Yeah.
So get in contact with us if you're interested in a shirt, and we'll see what we can work out. We'll let you know
Yep.
kind of what the costs are for us to ship it up there, and see if we can figure out a cheaper way to do it or something. But maybe smuggle some shirts into Canada.
Yeah.
By
Maybe
way of
get you
Cuba.
a United States post office box and then have a friend
Right.
run across the border.
Have somebody in Minnesota run
Yes.
shirts over
We're
the
gonna
border.
have a shirt mule.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Smuggle some shirts.
What's your reason for coming into the country?
Nothing.
Business.
No reason at all, sir.
How many
Shirt.
shirts are you wearing?
Only one,
17.
sir.
17.
Yeah.
17 shirts.
Yeah. But we'll work on that.
We're working on it.
So, yeah, shirts.
They're
Okay.
sweet. Go get one.
Sweet shirt.
So, speaking of shirts,
Are we?
We just spoke of shirts.
people in movies wear shirts.
Thanks. That was so smooth. That was like jazz, Chuck. That was amazing. Just wow.
3 mistakes turned into something beautiful.
So it is now week of the Friday the 13th series where I'm watching.
3? Are we on week 3 or 4?
Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
week 4?
7. This is week 4.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah.
Keeping up with that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to talk part 7, the New Blood,
New Blood.
and then part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Mm-hmm. So for whatever reason, I took a ton of notes with these two movies. So I'm just going to get into them. Again, as all of these have been, these were stream of consciousness as I'm watching. They probably won't make a ton of sense if you haven't seen the movies, but feel free to play along and fill in these notes. So my first note is Bernie's in this. And I said, I wonder
Bernie
if
Sanders?
No, Bernie is in Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh.
Bernie is in this.
Is he dead?
The Terry Kaiser, I think.
Terry Kaiser.
Is in this. That was off the top of my head. That's fucking stupid. I said, I wonder if when Jason inevitably kills him, if he gets back up, if Calypso music plays. That was my first note. My second note was Tina Kinesis. Because our main character is named Tina. And I don't know why, but we've crossed into, like, I guess we've done enough with Jason movies that we have to. Well, fuck. This came after Nightmare on Elm Street 3, so they're like, I don't know, we should probably do that shit. Like, give one of our people superpowers. So, yeah, it's our main character, Tina, has telekinesis / precognition / mild telepathy.
Yeah. All the things, all those mind powers.
Yeah, mind voice and
Yes.
stuff. That's Tina Kinesis.
She can do stuff with her mind.
My next note was the triple T in this was almost super fast in this one. Almost. Like, there was, like, a scene where it's like, what? It was just like, it's like happening and then it's like cut away. I'm like, this is a Friday the 13th movie, right? Like,
Yeah.
I just don't get it when these things happen in this movie. And I believe the same girl actually got naked later. So it's like, okay, movie. I don't know. Just, it's a note. My next note was, I appreciate, much like our movie earlier, I appreciate that Jason now has exposed rib cage.
Yes.
Like, he's like been rotting in the water, not rotten. He's been rotting in the water for some time, and I believe he is he brought back to life via lightning again? Does it strike the water?
She's trying to, like, resurrect her dead father or something. She's lashing out about that.
Well, all right, so the movie starts, and Tina is a little girl, or I don't even think it starts and shows you this right away. Maybe it does. But there's, she's a little girl. It's a flashback, and, like, she has an abusive father who hit her mother, and she goes running out. They live on Crystal Lake, and she goes out and gets in the boat, and her dad's like, Tina, come back to shore. And I don't know why, but suddenly, like, this boat this dock that she was just on to get in a boat is now suddenly like 10 feet high. It's really bizarre, but it's just because they wanted to create this thing where she gets angry and shakes the dock and makes it collapse and kills her dad, essentially.
yeah.
Because she drops the rest of this dock on top of me. It had a roof and everything. I guess she brought Jason back via this too or something. I don't know.
He was in the perimeter.
Sure. But now she's like, she's grown up, and she was like 8, 9, 10, whatever in the flashback. Now she's grown up. She's a 25-year-old teenager. But I just appreciate that, like, now, it's like Jason is starting to rot. Like, he has missing, flesh and stuff, and he has like an exposed rib cage when you see him from the front and stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool. My next note was, man, all the pant waistlines are so high. Like, Jesus, these are some high-waisted pants in this movie. Like, I mean,
mom jeans.
like everyone. Like, Bernie's got, like, I think his pants start like just under his man boobs. I mean, it's like everyone's pants are like way up there. Like we're talking like foot-long zippers. These are insane
Pants.
But yes. And my next note was Jason just punched through a guy to get his machete. So a guy was chasing him with a machete, and he just was like, I want that. Punch. And so my next note was, this is where the bad jokes start to happen. My next one is Jason just bagged Babe because
this is the sleeping bag.
The sleeping bag murder because. Look, I'm not trying to be mean. Like some of the ladies in this are more gorgeous than the other one. Mm-hmm. This one was questionable, but yeah, she decides to hide from Jason by zipping herself up into a sleeping bag. Mm-hmm. To which Jason just picks up the whole sleeping bag, takes it, and goes whack up against a tree with her inside of it.
Oh no!
So yeah.
I saw that in the theater, and the theater was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, I was by myself, and like that was my reaction. So. Like all these things, the base plot of this movie is Tina's grown up. She's been in a mental hospital because of all of the mind power she has. Her mom has convinced her Dr. Bernie to take her to the cabin where they grew up so she can get out of the hospital and try to recoup. And of course, it's the same setup as always, where there's like a normal house and a party house next door. These kids are next door trying to have a birthday party for the guy that just got murdered in the bag, mm-hmm. or the guy that just got punched through was it's his birthday, death day.
Oh
well. So they've come together to have this party, and that they mingle with the family that's over there. But now, when dealing with the friends, this was my note. I said it's at this point I start to question how these people are friends, or any of the people in any of these movies are friends. But now, especially, these people seem to hate each other and / have nothing in common. Mm-hmm. Like they have just slapped together some people who seem like they could barely stand to be in the same room, much less like sharing a house. One person, there's a little bit of an excuse because there's a cousin of the guy. Like our main hero dude is the cousin of the guy who's going to have a birthday. Yeah, I guess he didn't.
Yeah.
So like he's immediately dismissive of all these people for being assholes because they are. There's nerdy guy, and I think there's like sci-fi writer dude, and there's stuck up bitchy chick. I mean it's like just all these like archetypes of people, and they just all seem to hate each other. Like really bad in this one especially. My next note is good, the murder barn is back. Because they go right into the barn and somebody gets murdered in the murder barn.
Murder barn.
Now, my next note was, I think, my favorite kill in the movie. There is a couple that's having sex in a van, and mm-hmm. they expect that the friend is now shown up. And so the guy jumps out and is like, he was shaking the van. That's obviously Michael, I think the guy's name was. Like, he showed up. And so he jumps out of the van, and apparently they were just dry humping because they're like fully clothed when they jump out of the sheets. Mm-hmm. And he immediately has it looks like a party horn, but it's actually like a whoopee whistle. Like kind of whistle.
Alien police whistle.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Alien police whistle.
But yes, so like he goes out and gets murdered, and then the girl's like, well, where is he? And kind of sticks her head out the van front window, and Jason takes the whoopee whistle and shoves it through her eye socket, I think. But as he's shoving it through, it does like a little, like a minor one, but it's like a so my note was the whoopee whistle kill, solid. Mm-hmm. That was a very solid kill. Yep. I was, like I said, I was getting into like bad jokes now because the sci-fi writer guy gets killed with an axe, and I put the sci-fi writer guy was really a hack.
Yep.
We're up to cat scare number 3. Is that my next note? Still keeping track of the cat scares. Really low for being on 7. That's surprisingly low. Only on 3 cat scares, and 1 I think was bird scare, lizard scare.
There was a snake scare in the third one. Yeah,
snake scare. Yeah. Next note was good defenestration, and also so the hottest girl in the movie became a man for just a second because
the stunt man.
My opinion, the nicest looking girl in the movie gets chucked out of window and is very clearly a man as she's falling.
Yeah.
So, my next note was the mom mullet is pretty strong because my God, Tina's mom has got a mullet going on. Yeah.
I like that song. My God, Tina's mom has got a mullet going on.
My next note is Jesus Christ, Bernie, what a dick. He better get a super brutal kill because Bernie is an asshole in this movie. Mm-hmm. And
that's why you hire Bernie.
There's a point where like he finds, so somebody got stabbed, or Tina had a premonition of someone getting stabbed with the tent stake, and it took me a while to figure out what the fuck it was. Mm-hmm. It was just a blunt metallic object until like she has this vision and you realize he stole the tent stake from the original campsite he found. Mm-hmm. And then for whatever reason went to the house and like stuck it into the siding, and Tina goes outside and is like, oh my God, I just saw the murder weapon from my dream. And Bernie goes out there and finds it apparently and hides it and is like, I don't know, she's crazy. And so like he's just like, and he's like he's in denial that Jason is a thing, but also like covering tracks for him, and for whatever reason has like a murder folder about Jason in his documents. It's really fucking weird. But anyway, Bernie's a dick and needs to die badly. But but I think specifically that note came because Mom and Bernie go looking for Tina in the woods, and Jason's like runs up on him, and Bernie actually grabs the mom and throws her in front of him and like pushes her at Jason and then takes off. And I think that's what finally earned that note. But he was been a dick the entire movie. I'm just explaining it. So my next note was at least someone finally brought a real gun to the machete fight. Too bad it'll do nothing because somebody actually, like I think I made a note that the bad guy from Ghost brought like the tiniest gun in the world.
Gun,
but this was like a 1911. It was like a real gun, and still it's like it's Jason though. But so Bernie's kill because he does get it. I don't know if it really is good enough because I don't know why this is a thing, but Jason has a circular saw weed whacker.
Yep.
I don't think that's a thing. Maybe it was, and they deemed it very dangerous and didn't make it again. But I mean, it's literally just a circular blade on a weed whacker, and he's and at one point it stops, and Jason's like comically sitting there trying to start the weed whacker, but he chops up Bernie with that. I don't know if it was a good enough kill for as big of a dick he was, but anyway. And my next note was Telekinesis versus Jason would have been so much cooler if Elm Street 3 hadn't come out the year before, because like they set this whole thing up where she's pulling down power lines and fighting Jason with electricity. And it's like, man, this is all a lot cooler than Dream Warriors. All right. This is a questionable note, but I'm going to read it anyway because I don't care.
Okay.
So Melissa was the stuck-up, just horrible. She was like making fun of Tina being in a mental institution. She's like blatantly turns down this guy, like trying to make the main dude fall in love with her. Like just like she's just a bitch, just straight up bitch through the entire movie. Just awful, just off. She's like the female equivalent of Bernie, not quite as bad, but pretty close.
Okay.
And so my note was, well, an axe wound death suits Melissa.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yep. So, moving on. My next note was not a fuck your door, but Jason does explode from out from the spandrel, which, if you don't know, is the place under a staircase.
Oh,
yeah. So a fuck your spandrel? I don't know.
That you got to be careful when you say that.
Yeah. But I mean,
careful who you say it to.
Yeah. But I mean, he just comes exploding out of like the underside closet of a staircase. It's pretty good. And at some point, he gets his mask knocked off. So my next note was, whoa, Jason got extra ugly under the mask. I'm guessing some time under the lake. He's now, before it was just like, oh, I'm kind of dead, like weird looking kid.
Yeah.
And now it's like he's full on like, I don't know, like Chunk had, or Sloth had toxic waste thrown on his face, basically, which he does later. So the ending of this movie, I don't know. Her ghost dad comes out from the water and saves her, and my note is, so ghost dad saved her, huh? Huh. Well, at least there wasn't a swerve ending besides that. And that's my note. That's the last note of the movie, because like they're both our hero, the male and female, are fine. They get hauled off in an ambulance, and they actually like have a normal ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first one, I think, without a swerve ending.
Nothing to undo in the next one.
Well, I mean, other than ghost dad coming out of the water and pulling Jason in, but yeah. Anyway. Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah. Jason killing people in New York City.
So you think. So my first note is, okay, this is extra shitty New York. Because they do a couple like establishing shots of New York, and this is like super shitty New York. Like rats swimming in barrels and graffiti everywhere. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's first note. Now, forget all that because we're not going to see New York for a while.
Nope.
So my next note is, some teens have my next note was, how did they get a giant yacht on Crystal Lake, and how do these teens have this yacht? Because like previously, this is like I thought this was like a lake, what you think a lake, landlocked thing, small boats only. But this is a fucking yacht. Like I mean, this is like bigger than you could probably tow behind a normal vehicle. Is what kind of yacht. So I was just like, all right, but I guess it was kind of trying to set up like, all right, you're going to have to stretch your imagination that Crystal Lake was a tertiary lake the whole time, and you can get out to the ocean from it eventually, because like...
Well, like Doctor's Lake.
I'm just saying, like they basically have to set it up because Jason is going to travel via water to New York. So
okay.
They just have to like...
Jason boats to New York?
Yep.
Kind of, yeah.
That's
goody.
So my next note was Triple T comes through in this one. Side note, ass dimples.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
bonus.
So yeah, it's like in the first 3 minutes.
Okay.
And my same scene, I put Jason missed because he shoots a spear gun at this lady and he missed. It's the first time it's happened in any of these movies. Like Jason's aim has been impeccable.
Yeah.
So my next note was Jason missed. All that time underwater must have made him rusty. Yep. So the plot of this movie, before I get to the rest of the notes, teens are graduating.
Sure.
I guess their graduation party is take a trip on, I wouldn't say a cruise ship.
No.
It's more like an industrial ship that got turned into something that wants to be a cruise ship.
Like a cargo ship with staterooms.
Yeah, like you put some staterooms in it and like a disco room. And other than that, it's like
a steam room.
yeah, it's like, I mean, other than that, it's like there are, it's all not very passenger friendly, kind of place.
Okay.
But I put the boat's called the Lazarus. Guess they ran out of Frankenstein stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
So next note is Doomsday Deckhand, Jason's new hype man. Because they get on the boat and there's just a deckhand who's swabbing the deck and he's like, "You're doomed. His whole voyage is doomed." I was like, all right.
Why'd you take this job then?
Yeah. Our main character, the main guy, because there's the lady's still kind of like the main character in all of these movies, it seems like. But the main guy is named Sean. So my next note was Sean, Jason, Sean,
Yep.
Jason. Video games for people who want to fit.
Heavy Rain?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I know references.
Yeah. My next note is, "Aw, Pia Zadora, rocker girl. We hardly knew you. Death metal?" Because she gets banged to death in the head with her own guitar, I believe. She gets an axe.
I had to beat her to death.
With their own guitar. I don't know. I liked this character. Seems like she was going to be fun, and it was like she's in the movie for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
She kind of looks like Pia Zadora. My next note was, "Why is there a dog?" No. Because
Yeah.
our main girl, I don't even know if I wrote her name down in any part of this. I don't know. She apparently has a dog for no particular reason.
No.
My next note was, "Oh, hey there, young Kelly Hugh," because she's pretty. That's it. My next part was, "Wait, this is a graduation cruise, right? Why is evil-looking teacher guy asking about homework?" Because they graduated. And he's like, "You better have your bio..." It's the dumbest setup for the dumbest scene in the movie. He's like, "You better have your biology assignment turned in." It's like, wait, they're graduated. The fuck are you talking about? But it's just it's an excuse for like a girl to get naked and be like, "Here's my biology report." Yeah. My next note was, Jason gives terrible hot stone massages.
Yeah.
Because there's a point where a guy is hanging out in sauna, towel over his head, and Jason comes in and he's just like, "Hey, is that you?" And just talking to him, and Jason walks over to the rocks, grabs one and goes and punches it through the guy's chest. So yes, next note is, yep, Doomsday Deckhand is definitely hype manning Jason, because he gets a much longer scene where it's Jason Voorhees, he's come back, and I don't know why I know about him, but I do.
All old men know about Jason.
So there is a film school wannabe guy with a video camera who was friends with the Pia Zadora rocker chick, and he comes up with this dumb plan where he's going to help the girl blackmail the teacher with her getting naked and kissing on him, and he's videotaping it secretly. Anyway, that's that whole dumb thing. I'm going to put it to bed now, but now he's about to get killed. My note is, "Damn it, film school wannabe asshole, put the fucking camera down." Oh, and he just got Velma too, killed the wrong fucking guy. Because this guy has big, like, nerdy Velma glasses on. He's walking around with a video camera despite them looking and running from Jason. And then he walks by a steam pipe and he goes, "Poof," and like blows his glasses off, and then he immediately, "I can't see." And like has a shotgun. He's got a shotgun in one hand and his video camera in the other hand. And like,
Does it look like Doom?
no, it looks dumb. It looks like dumb.
Dumb.
But he shoots one of the other kids because he can't see without his glasses, and he's like, "Oh, it's Jason," and kills somebody.
Does the shotgun go?
It does. It's a fart gun. My next note is, this should be called Jason Takes His Time Getting to Manhattan, because 1 hour in, we're still on the fucking boat.
Yep.
1 hour into a 90-minute movie called Jason Takes Manhattan, and they haven't gotten to Manhattan. So Jason keeps killing his hype men. Next note, he killed the Doomsday Deckhand.
It's a shame.
So basically, Jason has fucked up the boat. It's sinking. They're like, get to the lifeboats. My next note is the dog and the black guy both made it to the lifeboat. So far, so good. Because two things that were very much in peril are fine now. So, my next note, I solved this very, very quickly, but it's feeling like a toss-up, which is the worst naysayer old guy between this and the last movie, Bernie or the teacher uncle. It's teacher uncle. Uncle. Yeah. And also, my next note was, why did they give Jason Darth Vader breathing in this one? Because every time there's a close-up of him, he's just like, despite...
Well, his lungs are exposed.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, he's been living underwater. He doesn't need to breathe, apparently. I mean...
He can breathe.
It's to be creepy.
I guess. It's just, he's never had this. He's never made any noise. That's part of what's creepy about him. He's just totally silent. But now,
man.
like, when they give close-ups, it's like...
Just wait.
So, only 2/3 into the movie, and then they finally made it to New York. And immediately get mugged. And the ass-fucked mugger, rapist, tried to shoot the dog. Mm-hmm. So, really, really extra shitty New York. Next note. So, because not only that, they tried these mugger people then tried to rape our main character by dragging her to an alley, threatening to shoot her if they follow, and the adoptive uncle guy basically is like, "Oh, let them go. Like he'll shoot her. He's terrible." Mm-hmm. And my next note is, so even if the main heroine survives, she just got AIDS thanks to a used heroin needle.
Yeah,
because they shoot her up with heroin. They take her to an alley and are like, "You'll enjoy this more if you're high."
Right.
And shoot her full of heroin. With what looks like a used needle, and it's like, Jesus Christ, extra shitty New York. And my next note was just, what the fuck? So yeah, that whole bit is just atrocious. Like, it is so many levels of shitty. Anyway, so there's a point now where the black guy who's still survived up to this point, they have shown him to be a boxer. There was a point where they're working out on the boat, and he's a proficient boxer who knocked out a dude pretty proficiently. And so there's a point where he's like, fuck it, I'm going to take on Jason, and is up on a rooftop.
Oh, right.
And has this boxing match with Jason where he's just laying combo after combo to Jason, and he's doing nothing. And Jason walks up, and one punch knocks his head off into a dumpster from the roof. So my note was, the final boss in Jason Voorhees Punch-Out was pretty tough.
And he's like punching him in the mask, right?
He punches him in the mask and the stomach. He's all over the place. And then Jason just like grabs him and goes, bonk, and like literally Rock'em Sock'em Robots his head off. So my next note is, so the main character in this, like, there's been this long thing throughout this entire movie where the main character had some sort of incident in the beginning of her life that they don't until now finally explain. She was essentially, we find out, but let me just, I think it's right after this. So, there was shitty uncle teacher who was like one of the chaperones, and then there was like the good teacher, curly hair teacher who liked our main character girl and actually gave her a nice gift, a pin that was supposedly owned by Stephen King, like a really nice fountain pen, and all this stuff. And like, she's really good, and like, you know, the asshole uncle teacher guy is awful, just awful to everybody. And she has a flashback of like young Jason and crashes a car, and the car immediately catches fire, and everybody gets out except for good teacher. They just literally left her in the car, and the car explodes. So, like, my note was just, did good teacher just die in a car fire for almost no reason, and nobody tried to grab her, too? Yeah. Yes, that's the answer.
Yes.
They just kill her basically off camera.
Yes.
It's awful. It's awful. But
She died in a car fire?
yeah. I mean, like, but there was, like, 4 other people in the car with her, and they all got out, and we're just like, she's fine. And the car explodes.
And Friday the 13th, teacher's hot for you.
So the flashback is, we see a scene where the young version of our main female is in a boat with her uncle, which is weird and creepy in and of itself. Because, I mean, this guy is, like, he was in Naked Gun 2. He's just a creepy looking guy. He kind of looks like Martin Landau mixed with the dude that's Cardassian from Deep Space Nine. Like, yeah, he's weird and creepy looking.
Yep.
But like, there's a scene where it explains what she's been flashing back to the entire time, which is, he's like, man, you keep coming up here to the Crystal Lake year after year, and you don't know how to swim, and they're in a boat, and he just goes, here, learn, and pushes her in.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I mean, that's a thing, but in the midst of it, like, she's just flailing around trying to swim, and evil ghost Jason kid grabs her leg and is like pulling her down to kill her, and at the last second, you know, the uncle saves her. So she's like had this flashbacks because she saw this evil demonic ghost boy try to drown her, and so she keeps having flashbacks to it and is terrified of water and almost didn't go on the boat trip because of that.
Yeah.
But so my next note was, seriously, fuck this uncle guy. Fuck him forever. He's shitty in the flashback too. He wins. Bernie is terrible. This guy is terribler. Murder him, Jason. Murder him hard.
It's a good wish.
Yeah. Well, he kind of does, because Jason now develops teleportation powers, because it's teleportation to activate form of a defenestration, because shitty uncle guy is on the ground, Jason's right there, and he runs into a building, and suddenly, like, the second, like it does one of those things where, like, you imagine guy going up the stairs, and then the camera just kind of goes up at the speed a guy would, ascend stairs, and the next thing you know, it's just like guy flying out the window and Jason is there. It's like, no, like, I don't know, but to be fair, he does get defenestrated into. I think he gets, maybe someone else got defenestrated, but maybe he got defenestrated into a barrel filled with like toxic waste and dead rats. I mean, he does die in like a barrel full of dead rats.
It's something.
It's bad. It's not bad enough for how shitty he was the whole movie. But anyway, my next note, and we're getting towards the end here. Jason does know how to make an entrance. This time a fuck your garbage, because he comes exploding out of a pile of garbage, and man, it's just good. My next note is death by third rail. Not bad, because they're down the subway system and throw Jason onto the third rail and shock him, and they think they've killed him for the first time. It's pretty good. But he's not dead, because like the one time they're actually in New York in this entire movie, they bothered to go to Times Square so that they can be like, this is New York, right? See, we've been here the entire time, not Toronto. So they're being chased, and they get chased into a diner and slam the door, and they're like, help us, we need a phone, maniac is chasing us. And we finally get the fuck your door we needed, because he comes exploding through the front of this diner, and like, I mean, I do appreciate that, like, Jason has a one-track mind now. He's like, I have to murder these two kids. I must finish what I started. I don't care about all these other people. Normally it's anyone in Jason's path gets murdered, but New York, there's too many people. He's just like, right to them.
Yep.
We're pretty much at the end of the movie. Like, he dies by getting toxic waste thrown on him, / then the sewer fills with toxic waste. It's dumb. It's really dumb.
In New York City, every night they flood the sewer system with toxic waste. Don't you know that?
I did not know that. Well, my next note, because I skipped all of that.
That explains a lot about Ghostbusters, too.
It does, kind of, yeah. But that's, besides, maybe like water, I guess he's afraid of water / it has toxic waste because he melts, and then he turns into like little kid version of him, and they look at him and go, I don't know, that's weird. But my next note is, the dog's okay! Because he just showed up out of nowhere, because the dog got shot off and took off from the docks, and I was like, well, because my next note was, I was beginning to wonder if he'd just run off to be Hobo Dog, but I guess not.
No.
But because he just shows back up like in the middle of Times Square, he's like, hey!
Yeah, hey.
And my next note, very last note, is this Star Gravy song isn't nearly as good as 6, but then nothing is.
Yeah.
Because it has a Star Gravy song, because it's about murder in the city and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Running through the danger zone.
The problem is, 8 broke the even number streak. It sucks. Both of these actually really sucked. I mean, I think the problem is, like, you're not going to top 6. 6 is the shit.
It's pretty good.
6 is, like, as I said, I don't know that I'm going to top it. I mean, I can't wait to see Jason spacing. But, I mean, 6 is just where it's at. And these, I mean, 8 sucks. Like, bad. Real bad.
Yeah. And I believe this week is the 30th anniversary of Friday the 13th Part 6. People were celebrating that milestone online.
Fascinating.
And there were a lot of like, hey, Part 6 is the good one that you never saw, or you should really appreciate, or so it's kind of coming back around.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, this movie should have been so much more fun if they. I mean, at this point, had these movies been making a fuckload of money from merchandise and everything else,
they were making money because they didn't cost any money,
right?
So they were making 6 times their investment on them. And
I know. I don't care if it's not actually filmed in New York. I mean, Rumble in the Bronx is great, and that's filmed in fucking Canada. It doesn't matter. I mean, you get a couple shots in New York, and then you just fake the rest.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it doesn't matter, but, like, the fact that they spend 2/3 of the movie on a boat that I don't give 2 fucks about, like, get to Manhattan, because, like, there's kind of funny shit happening between the main stuff, because the main stuff is terrible. Like, there's funny things where he interacts, like, New Yorkers see Jason and they're kind of nonplussed because it's New York, and they're like, whatever, we've seen everything.
Right.
You know? But except for, like, these punks that are, it's weird, like, there's punks listening to, like, you know, late 80s rap. It's weird. Like, but they're all spiky hair,
It's just whatever's on the radio.
Switchblade
Man.
punks. I don't know.
I didn't have any tapes with them.
Yeah. It's weird, but
yeah. Everyone's complaint when that movie came out was, "What the hell?"
Yeah, where's
it's
Manhattan?
in the subtitle, and you take 2/3 of the movie to get there. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think the subtitle probably hurts that movie.
Yeah.
Like if they called it anything else.
Yeah, I mean, and especially like just don't ruin it. Like like it'd be, oh shit, he's in New York now. Like, well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that was like the trailer. The trailer was, look where he is.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he hitched a ride on this ocean liner shitty boat, and then like when it sunk and they got off on the lifeboat, he had to traverse via water to New York. Which, I mean, they're just kind of like in this boat, and I mean, god damn it, like the main guy is like the captain's son from this boat, so. Everyone's looking to him like, why don't you know how to captain? Because your dad knows it. Don't you know how to do it?
Yeah.
And, I mean, shitty uncle teacher is just like, I mean, why don't you row faster? You know where we're going? I mean, God, he's the fucking worst. He's the worst. Just every opportunity, he's like, do you even know what you're doing? He's like, do you know what you're fucking doing? Nothing. You're ruining everything.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it's just, I hated it.
Okay.
I mean, I took all these notes, and I really hated both of these. I think the more I dislike it, like the more notes I take for some reason, because I think I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's the internet. We have to be negative, right?
Right.
No.
Oh.
I want to like all of these, but I mean, nothing is going to
I
beat
was just
6.
being contrary because that's what the internet is for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Idiots.
But I mean, I'm hoping. I don't know. I'm thinking like Goes to Hell is going to be like the last 5 minutes he's in fucking hell, probably because, yeah, probably. It's probably not going to be in hell. I mean, because why would it be? That costs money. You're just giving me a knowing look, so I mean, I'm pretty sure I just nailed it right on the head.
I'm
there.
just looking at you.
Yeah, and I mean, at least I hope he's in fucking space the entire time. Like,
I can guarantee you
okay.
there is space in Jason
all right,
X.
well that's fine. That's at least that's something.
Yeah.
I got to get there. That's,
okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What about space?
What about space?
Yeah.
Sorry, there's my long rambling Friday the 13th bullshit.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Gets me in the mood.
Content. It's what the internet needs.
Yeah. The internet does need content. Absolutely.
Do we have any more content?
Pregnant pause. I need to throw one in there every once in a while.
We have some time.
I watched the latest season of BoJack the Horseman on the Netflix, and
People like that show.
that show is getting weirder and also more serious at the same time. I think
That seems to be a trend in animation these days.
it's strange. Like it deals with some heavy shit, but it's also very fantastical and rich with visual jokes. Just lousy with visual jokes. I mean, lousy in the good way. Yeah, I really liked it, especially like. I mean, the standout episode was that 4th episode that everybody's talking about. Just because it's kind of a unique thing in, it's not entirely unique, but it's an unusual thing, I guess. And it's a fun way to tell a story, and they do a really good job of making a very visually compelling episode out of that. But yeah, I also think I need to stop binge watching things.
I could see how with something that's comedic, how that would be bad.
Yeah, like
Because eventually you just build up a tolerance to it.
well, I mean, I didn't stop finding things funny. Like it continued to be funny, like laugh out loud funny. I just think, and I think Mackie brought this up a while back, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, how like being able to binge watch stuff, you are so bombarded by the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing that you only remember like the really high or really low points or the beginning or the end. So I think I need to stop binge watching things and just take my time with stuff. And even if I am in the mood to watch, show after show after show of something, I need to switch it up and watch different shows, sort of like,
like regular television?
regular television. Yeah.
Okay.
Only no commercials. I also started on Stranger Things. which the internet is just collectively orgasming continuously, 24 hours a day over. And it's pretty good so far. Just episode 1, and this is not usually my kind of thing, but I'm intrigued. I kind of want to see what they do next. And I get a big, like... And I'm sure this is very intentional, but I definitely get a strong Stephen King vibe from this. Like, it's... If you had told me nothing about it, sat me down and watched an episode, I would have said, Stephen King probably wrote this.
Yeah.
It's like... Probably an 80% chance
Well,
that
hell,
he
the
wrote
title
this.
card looks like Needful Things.
Yes.
I mean, it's
Yes.
like...
They-
It's very intentional.
Yeah, and they're very good at, I don't want to say copying his style, but invoking it, basically.
Yeah.
Just like the way people say names and, the way people talk about the town and stuff like that. It's very...
Very dairy.
Yeah. King is very good about, like, character names and just character... locale flavor, basically. So, yeah, the show does that pretty good. And I have it on good authority that Mackie has also started watching Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah? Did Mackie tell you that?
He did.
Ah, yeah.
That's pretty good authority.
Yes.
I think that's the best authority.
It probably is as close
I mean,
to
unless he's,
factual.
unless he's a liar. I mean,
Short of
it's-
Mrs. Mackey, I think Mackey himself is the best authority.
You're probably right.
She's probably number 1. He's number 2.
Yeah, you're probably right.
There's something else I was going to say about.
I enjoy that the title card is like has film grain and like none of the rest of it does.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just think that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got little speckles. To
I mean,
it.
I wouldn't mind it. Like, I mean, obviously, I like things actually filmed on film, but I think at the same time, it'd be like a J.J. Abrams lens flare. People would just be like, I don't know about this. Like,
Yeah.
fake film grain shit. It works for the
you don't,
title.
you don't want it to be overt
Yeah.
either.
I think the show looks good. I don't think it looks like digital video at all.
No, it
So,
doesn't. It's got.
I
the
guess it
lighting
might
right
be
for
the
film.
TV that I watched it on, because I watched it over at Shining Lights T. Strell's house on his...
does he have a weird
700
700
inch.
megahertz? Is he running it at that
Well,
weird
I think
wrong?
he finally turned that shit off, right?
I don't know. I think he turned smoothing off, but it might still be running like 120 hertz
Oh,
or
well,
something.
that's, yeah.
Well, it's fine.
It's going
I
to
mean,
look like a soap opera.
No, I mean the natural 120 is fine. It's the faked shit that makes it look like a soap
Oh,
opera.
okay.
Yeah. But one thing I noticed while watching this is every time a light turns on, and it's the weirdest thing, every time a light turns on in this show, it goes like click. Like it's weird. It's not how
Lights are kind of a big part of the show.
I figured that was going to be a thing because of how much emphasis they put on the lights.
Syllable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just caught me off guard. Like the first time a light came on, I was like, why'd that light make that noise?
Yeah.
Huh.
Also, lights used to suck.
Yeah, but they
They
didn't
used to last 6 hours and make weird noises.
right. But they didn't go when they turned on.
That's
you know,
fair, yeah.
I turned on lights in the 80s.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
All right, then.
You're walking on air.
Yeah. Something like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching more of it. It looks like something that I probably shouldn't watch like late at night by myself, but I'll get the willies.
Maybe. I mean, it's.
Savor it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't find the show scary at all, but I guess I
It's-
have a pretty high tolerance for shit. so-
It's not like woo scary. It's just creepy, and I
Yeah.
think stuff that's creepy affects me a little bit more than like overt horror. So just like because I get in. It's dumb, and I know it's irrational, but like I'll let some of that stuff get into my head. Like there could be something behind me, that's going to turn the light off and suck me into another dimension or
Well,
whatever.
BJ, there is.
Is it Darth Vader?
It's the Babadook.
It's the fucking Babadook.
It's a fucking Babadook. Why are you talking about the Marmaduke? He's just a big dog. It's fine, really. I don't know what the Babadook is, so that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, you probably don't want to
Yeah,
watch that one.
don't watch that.
I mean, when that one almost gives me the creeps, that's saying something. I have a pretty high tolerance these days.
Yeah. So
Okay, Kyle, our light bulbs sucked, but they didn't go when they turned on.
fine.
I do remember like an occasional clinky noise, like where like
Yes.
almost like the filaments would like shudder around because like when they were making the arc or whatever.
Yeah. Well, when they heat up, they expand and
Yeah.
contract. So
Yeah, that's how it works.
All right.
Yeah, so I guess that's it.
Yeah. So
Probably-
time for some contactee information and stuff.
okay.
Save the correspondence for a correspondence reader.
Yes, because he gets mad at me if I don't read it right.
Right.
And I never do.
No.
So BMFcast.com, that is the website. There's a bunch of stuff on the right-hand side, including a link to our new T-shirt!
Sure. You can put them on.
Or you can go directly to bearsuitstudios.bigcartel.com and pick one up there. They are limited edition. They're $16 shipped to anywhere in the continental United States. Canada, Hawaii, Alaska, Puerto Rico, and the rest of the world. If you are interested in a shirt, contact us directly at bmf@bmfcast.com, and we'll see what we can do about getting you a shirt for something under $1 million shipping.
Wait, we can't even get it to Hawaii or Alaska? They don't-
I assume it's
Man.
going to be just $1 billion to send it to Alaska.
I think those still are okay.
Are they?
I think so.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well,
I think our post office has to send things.
I think they've changed the rates to where they don't
Okay.
segregate those two states anymore.
Okay.
So
It used to be expensive.
may
to
take
ship
a
stuff
li-
there.
I don't think they guarantee times anymore. They're just
Gotcha.
like, we'll get it there, but we got to put it on a boat.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll have Chuck check, and then we'll get back to you.
well, mahalo for checking.
Yes.
If you want to give us a call, give us a ring on the Garfield phone, the BMFcast hotline, 910-5-JOCKS-BMF, 910-556-9263. Catch up with us on all the Twitters and stuff. We're also on Reddit now, reddit.com/r/BMFcast. That is the front page of the internet's home for the bad movie Fiends, which is the front page of bad movies, or something. I don't know. Anyhow,
That's it,
Reddit
yeah.
is there. We're on it, and at least 75% of us have accounts so that we can heckle you when you make a comment there and tell you how you're wrong.
And always ask us anything. I think
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
I think that's what happens there.
We are on Reddit, AMA.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go there, do things. Mm-hmm. I think that's about it. I think that's going to wrap it up.
Patreon.
Patreon. Everybody knows about the Patreon. Patreon.com/BMFcast. Give us your money. No,
right.
Patreon it's a basically monthly donation, and it supports the things we do here, much like this table, which is something that
This table supports
It
us
does
too.
support us. Supports our things.
supports our things.
We now have 2 bonus podcasts happening there. There's still
Yeah,
there's still the monthly dumbass things we say in a car in restaurants, and now
riding in cars with idiots.
right, and also the new BMFcast Extra, currently summer movies edition.
Summer movie series, yeah.
Well, right now I'm saying I think
Yeah.
we're going to keep BMFcast.
BMFcast Extra is going to stick around, but this is just
Right.
the summer movie series.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So it's $1 to get in, and you can get all the sweet ass.
Or more. We like more too. More
Yeah,
than
it's
$1.
all you
Dollar
have to do is
$1
donate
gets you some good stuff. That gets you
all
the bonus
the content, all the bonus content.
Sweet extra things in addition to that as you go up the tiers.
Sure.
Yep.
Like a Kickstarter or
Uh-huh.
or a Patreon,
Exactly.
perhaps.
Right.
Yes.
So
Maybe
Patreon.
GoFundMe.
Right. Go fund us at patreon.com/BMFcast.
Right.
And Kickstarter
And,
hurt.
Yeah.
Yes. Kickstart our empire.
But seriously, those BMFcast Extra episodes are quality content, I would say. And I'm only saying that because I'm on them.
Well, I'd have to agree with you.
Really?
That they're pretty quality.
Yeah, they are. They're good quality stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to them, and obviously they're garbage.
Well, you should give us $1 and then listen to them and change them.
No.
Hey,
Aw.
at least we didn't have ladies. I don't know.
Sorry,
Yeah,
what?
I'm
that's
trying,
what I want.
I'm trying
I want-
to appeal to that shitty half of the
Don't
internet.
appeal to
Oh, I
that.
don't want their money.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Fuck those guys.
What we should do is we should just recast the BMF cast with ladies and see how.
I'm good with that.
It's totally
If
fine
we
with
lose
that.
any fans, fine. Here's $1.
Who what?
Give me your content.
Are you making it rain?
Oh,
you're making
okay.
a drizzle.
For the content. I thought you were throwing it at the ladies. I'm like, dude,
Whoa.
no.
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 No, that was just a quick gear change.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
No, I mean, if
Interesting.
any ladies want me to throw $1 at them, I can throw $1 at them.
Yeah, if that's your thing.
Who wouldn't want $1 thrown at them?
If
I
that's-
want $1 thrown
Some
at
people
me.
don't.
Okay.
I wouldn't mean it disrespectfully. Just like, well,
It's like, here, let me propel $1 at
I
you.
mean, I can give you a stink eye and still take your $1. Just be like, why are you throwing money at me? But I'm still going to take the $1.
I'm gonna throw $1 at your stink eye.
Anyway, let's get out of here, shall we?
It's probably a good idea.
I'm Harlow.
Mackey's out still. Man, I hope he's here next week. I'm BJ,
I'm Chuck.
and this is BMFcast out. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
The sad thing is, I was actually trying to do that via just by camera, so I have like
pretty good
milliseconds of delay.
Do 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 do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. I was at this bar that I go to after work,
Oh, do tell.
and this was months ago, and the bartender, I had a pretty good rapport with her, and we were talking, and my girlfriend works at a pizza place, so she has tip money from working there, and sometimes it's just a bunch of shitload of ones, and I was like,
We've all been there.
yeah, right. So my girlfriend was paying for our tab, and I was like, Jesus, that's a lot of ones. And she's like, blah, 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 blah. We started talking about strip clubs, and I was like, I've never been to a strip club. I've never been able to like made it rain or anything. And the bartender's like, well, make it rain, son, make it rain. And I got to make it rain on a bartender at a bar who was really weird.
Well, that's half the battle.
Yeah. That's just a weird BMFcast extra.
Who does a job? It'd be like in Jiffy Lube. Oh, you never made it rain, son. Well,
Why don't you
I got nothing to do for the next 5 minutes.
I'll go ahead and make it rain right on me.
I'd like to TiVo back for a second. Did
Make
you
it
say
rain
you've never
right on
been
me.
to a strip club?
Never, yeah.
Oh. I mean,
Dude.
that's interesting and admirable at the same time.
Well, like I've never really, like, yeah, I like seeing tadas, but
no, there's definitely
Man.
there's a scuzzy element to it.
Yeah.
Sure. But I mean, the thing is, I don't know. That's a discussion.
I don't have any like moral objection to it. Like that's the thing. I just don't really see the need for me to go to one.
Sure.
Like
I think the only way I can justify it in my head is I'm like, you know what? Everyone's here by choice. Me, them, whatever,
always.
Well, okay, not in like the, slave trafficking,
depends on where you are, but
you know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
like, there are weird, like, okay, work here and we'll make you come to America and pay, or we'll hold your family. There's nasty situations too,
Yeah.
but I'm
Sure,
saying,
but some places are just people trying to get through
right.
college.
yeah,
exactly.
I have no problem with that. Whatever. You want to take your clothes off for money? Be my guest.
Yeah, people usually pay me to put them back on.
Yeah. I've seen it.
Where are you going? Where you are already naked, and they're like, "Please." I
I didn't say I started that way.
you, dude. You nasty. Put them clothes on, boy.
Would that be like making
Sir,
it
this
mop?
is a
I mean,
lot.
I don't know, like the opposite of like taking all the money
Yes.
back. Soak it, making it soak.
Making it evaporate.
Yeah. Yeah. The water cycle. Oh no.
You did that.
Oh no, Chuck.
I didn't do that.
You've touched my microphone lately. I know it.
Who moved my microphone? All right, goodbye, Internet.
Bye,
Now that
Internet.
we've talked about strip clubs and making it rain.
Glad that you heard my weird stripping story.
It's not that weird. That's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Weird non-stripping story.
Sure.
I don't know.